Okay, hi everyone. So in this part of the presentation, I'm going to show you how to make a J-Close activity based on the song Happy by Pharrell. So first I've already downloaded Hot Potatoes and I'm going to double click on it to open it. The icon is on my desktop. So I double click and open Hot Potatoes, and on that I click on J-Close, and J-Close opens up. So in the title section, first I would like to give it a title. So for this activity I choose a title like Happy 1. Now I need to insert the text that I want to insert the gaps in, and in this part of my activity in the body part. For that, first I open my web browser. Any web browser doesn't matter. I'm using Google Chrome, so I open Google Chrome, and for search engine I always use Google. So in the Google search engine, I type happy lyrics and click on search, and then it comes up Pharrell lyrics happy A to Z. I click on that and it gives me the lyrics. So for the sake of this activity, of course, for your own class, you can choose the whole song. It's absolutely your choice. Just for the sake of this activity, I'm only selecting the first part, the first stanza. So just mark the first stanza and copy it. You can copy it by right-clicking and then choosing copy. Click on copy. The keyboard combination for copy is Control C. It just makes everything faster. Keyboard combinations. Now I go back to my J-Close activity, which is here down here, color blue. I click on it and open it. And in the body here, I right click and then I click on paste. Alternatively, you can do keyboard combination, which is Control V. It does the same thing, it pastes it. So Control C is for copy, Control V is for paste. Now here I have my text. I mark it, and then at the bottom I click on auto gap. So the auto gap, when I click on it, it asks me type a number for n, and I choose 5 just randomly, and I click OK. So 5 means that every fifth word is gapped into the text. So every fifth word here is gapped. You can do manual gapping by click on gap and choose the words you want to gap if you have a different purpose. For the sake of listening comprehension, auto gap works perfectly fine, but you have option to do either. Now the next step is to give a clue, provide a clue for each of these gaps for the students to be able to, in case they don't hear it well, they don't understand it, they would have a clue to help them. For this, you click on the icon at the bottom that says show words. So I click on it, and it starts with the last word, which is baby. And here it is asking me to enter a clue. Now, baby here doesn't mean child, it means like it's an endearing word. So I enter a synonym like sweetheart, or let's say honey, dear, any one of those. Then I click on the arrow that is pointing down for the second word, which is air. For air, I can choose a synonym like oxygen, for example. You can choose something else if you think it's better. I think it's just important to stick to something that is simple. Don't complicate it for the learners. Choose something that is very easy. It should be a clue. It shouldn't become a riddle itself. Next one is go. For go, I choose opposite of come. Opposite of come. Opposites sometimes work well. For hot, I can choose opposite of cold. Cold. Remember, they shouldn't be very, very accurate. They don't have to be very accurate, but because they're clues, but they should give them enough clue to hopefully help them figure out the word. For take, I choose opposite of give. And for sunshine, well, I cannot find an opposite for sunshine. Then I can make a sentence for this one. Like, for example, on sunny days, you can see the beep. So here's their clue. And the next one is what. For what also I can think of a sentence. So it would be like, beep is your name. And I click on OK. Now I have all my clues in place. Now here right on top, there are two buttons on top. The first one, when I hover my mouse on it, it says go to the configuration screen. That's what I want to click on. So I click on it and I read through the instructions just to make sure the instructions are correct. The instructions are pre-filled, but you can change it to anything you think is more appropriate. So this one says fill in all the gaps with the words given below, then press check to check your answers. Use the hint button to get a free letter if an answer is giving you trouble. Note that you will lose points if you ask for hints or clues. That sounds fine to me. You can change it to anything that you think is better for your learners. There is one more thing that could be useful to check out. And because this activity is listening comprehension, I don't want a word list to appear on top of it, because then just by common sense they would be able to find the words and put them into the blanks. So I just want to make sure it does not produce a word list, because it has the ability to do so. So I click on other, and here in other you see that there is a box that says include word list with text. So I make sure this is not checked. So here it is checked before, so I uncheck it and I click OK. The next step is this icon. When I hover my mouse over it, it says export to create a hot potatoes web page. So this is the icon that you click to publish your work. I click on that and it asks me to save. You always need to save it. And don't worry that you forgot, because it will ask you to save it. Very important things about saving. Number one, remember where you're saving it. Otherwise, you won't remember later and you will have difficulty finding it. For example, right now I know that I'm saving everything in my download section. You can choose a folder, create a folder on your documents called happy. It is absolutely your choice. Just make sure it's somewhere convenient for you and that you remember it later. So it's in my download. The second important thing about giving names is that do not leave any space. For example, I'm choosing the word happy, the name happy one. I don't give it a name. Don't leave any space between happy, for example, one, like that. That would cause problems later on. So make sure there is no space. So happy one should be all one word together. And I click on save. And this page opens up and it asks me view the exercise in my browser, blah blah. You just want to view the exercise in your browser. So you click on the first one. And wait for it. And there you go. Here is your activity. Now, sometimes, like for example, in my case, I have a couple of different web browsers. Like I have Google Chrome here, I have Firefox, and I also have Internet Explorer. Sometimes when you have several of them, when you click on view the exercise in my web browser, when you click on that, it asks you which web browser you want to use. It really doesn't matter. It's your choice. You can choose anyone that you're comfortable. Okay, so here is the activity. I'm just imagining that I already listened to the song. My teacher told me to listen to the song and do this activity, so I did that. And now I am trying to fill in the gaps based on the song. So, okay, the first part is that it might seem crazy what I'm about to say. I don't remember exactly. Let me click on the clue and maybe I can figure out. What is your name? Oh, okay, yeah, I remember it was what. I type what. I remember this one. This one was Sunshine. Sunshine, she's here. You can... What did it say? Make a break. I'm not exactly sure. Let me click on hint. And the hint says the next correct letter has been added to the answer. Oh, here you go. The first letter, which is T, has been added. So I say, oh, okay. Oh, I remember. It's take. I'm a hot air balloon. I remember that. That could. Water space. Let me click on clue to see. Opposite of come. That could go to space. With the let me listen one more time. I think it's with the I'm not too sure. What is the first letter? Hint. Next letter. A. Oh, it was air. It was air. Now I remember. With the air, like I don't care. By the way, what was it? Oh, sweetheart. I remember it was baby. Okay. There you go. All done. When everything is done, the student clicks on check to check the answer. And it says correct. Well done. But the score is 70%. And the reason is that the student had to click on a lot of clues and hints. So here, by this, the teacher, which is you, would know that the student had to get some help to be able to fill in these gaps. You can ask the students take a print screen of this page. Some of my students take pictures with their camera, send this to me, and this is one of the ways that you can keep track of their score. Okay, this is the end of the first part of the demo, and now we'll do some hands-on practice together.